How to overcome perfectionism and procrastination. Overcoming perfectionism and procrastination requires a mix of mindset shifts, practical strategies, and self-compassion. These two often feed into each other. Perfectionists delay tasks because they fear doing them imperfectly. Here's a clear, step-by-step guide to help you beat both. Recognize the root cause. Awareness is key. Perfectionism and procrastination are not personality flaws. They are learned coping mechanisms. Usually they come from fear of failure or rejection, over-identification with success. If I fail, I am a failure. Childhood conditioning, praise only for being perfect. What to do? Start journaling. Write down what you feel when you're avoiding a task. This builds awareness and separates the task from your identity. Practice thought tracking with prompts like, "What do I fear will happen if I mess this up?" 2. Shift to progress over perfection. Perfection is an illusion. High achievers aren't perfect. They're consistent. The key is to focus on iteration, not ideal execution. What to do? Use the mantra. Start ugly, refine later. Reframe your goal from perfect output to steady progress. Example: instead of aiming to write a perfect blog post, aim to write 100 imperfect words a day. 3. Break tasks into micro steps. Big goals trigger anxiety. When your brain sees a massive to-do, it wants to escape. Breaking it down helps you gain clarity and confidence. What to do? Use the next action rule. Always identify the very next visible step. Example: project, build a website. Next step: Google domain name, ideas for 5 minutes. 4. Use the 5-minute rule. Your brain often resists starting. The 5-minute rule hacks that resistance. Once you begin, inertia kicks in. What to do? Set a timer. Tell yourself, "I'll do it for just 5 minutes." More often than not, you'll keep going. Why it works? You overcome the activation barrier without pressure. 5. Create a good enough standard. Most perfectionists don't know what done looks like. They revise endlessly because there's no finish line. What to do? Define good enough before you start. Set clear quality criteria. Example: I'll post this video when it's 90% clear, audio is clean, message is strong, even if it's not cinematic. 6. Limit revisions. Control the loop. Constant editing becomes a trap. Set constraints on how many times you can revise. What to do? Give yourself a revision cap. 2 rounds max. If you're still tweaking after that, ship it or schedule it for later review. Use deadlines and accountability buddies to enforce this. 7. Set clear deadlines. Perfectionism delays action because there's no urgency. Deadlines create structure and force completion. What to do? Use the realistic urgency model. Set deadlines that push you, but are achievable. Break a task into stages and give each stage its own micro-deadline. 8. Practice self-compassion. Kill the inner critic. The inner critic says, "You're not good enough." Self-compassion says, "You're doing your best, and that's enough." What to do? Talk to yourself like you'd talk to a friend. Write down kind responses to your own harsh thoughts. Practice. Harsh: "This is garbage." Kind: "This is a draft. I'll improve it with time." 9. Celebrate completion, not perfection. Train your brain to associate finishing with pleasure. Otherwise, it will only chase the impossible ideal of flawlessness. What to do? After finishing anything, no matter how small, reward yourself. Ideas: tick off a checklist. Enjoy a treat. Share your work publicly, even imperfectly. 10. Seek support or therapy when it's deeply rooted. Sometimes perfectionism is tied to trauma, shame, or fear of worthlessness. If it's chronic, you may need to heal, not just manage. What to do? Consider talking to a therapist, coach, or mentor. Even one session can bring deep clarity. Join communities where progress is celebrated more than perfection, like creative or startup groups. Bonus tip: use a daily anti-perfectionism ritual. Each day, do one thing imperfectly on purpose. Send a rough email, post a casual social media update, or speak off the cuff in a meeting. This rewires your brain to see that imperfection doesn't equal failure. Final thoughts. Stop waiting to be perfect. Start moving forward. Perfectionism keeps you stuck. Procrastination steals your time. But here's the truth. Progress is more powerful than perfection. Small steps lead to big changes. Imperfect action, perfect intentions. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just begin. Messy, scared, unsure. But begin. Repeat after me. I am allowed to grow, not just perform. Thanks for watching this video and wish you all the best in your life. Do not forget to subscribe for more videos.